video, I'm going to show you how to use Autodesk 360 to create the pulley support project. So this is our support project, and we're going to be designing all of this in Fusion 360. We're going to start out in this video with the bracket. So let me go ahead and get this started. So when we start out, I want you to take a look at Fusion 360. Right here's my data panel. My data panel has all my projects listed. I'm listing them out by different classes. Right now that there's nothing in the advanced CAD class. Now in the next panel, I have where I'm going to either open or start a new design or save a new design. So we're going to start a new design. Usually when you automatically open up Fusion 360, it'll say untitled. If not, you're going to pull a new design and it'll say untitled. So I'm going to go ahead and close that one out. Now, we're also going to save the drawing. You have other pieces of information that if I had multiple drawings that were related, then I could have related files. So I'm going to go save, and I'm going to say bracket on this one, if I could spell. And I'm going to put it in my advanced CAD class, and I'm going to make a new folder called pulley support. And then I am going to save. So you can see it's located in Advanced CAD, pulley support. Now this is all on the cloud. So Fusion 360 is basically, the reason we're calling it that is because it's accessible among the cloud and it can be shared among people. So, or various different people. So now I've got my bracket, and notice it has VO. I believe this means version 1. So this is my first setup. Now the next thing I want to show you underneath of it has to do with the model, our named views, top, front, right side, and our home view. And you also notice here's our view cube over here. We're in the units, and if I wanted to change the units to millimeters or centimeters, I can click here and change the unit to centimeters, millimeters, meters, or feet. So we're going to work in inches on this project. Okay, so I click on cancel. The other thing is the origin. Origin is if this is 0, 0, when I turn this little light bulb on, watch what appears. Oops, helps if I turn it on. So I've got my front, my right, and my top, my front, and right side. So if I'm looking at this pan right here would be the top, front, and right side. Now, I'm going to go ahead and collapse this. So it has different things. When you see these little icons, you can click on them and send them down. Now, you can also turn off your XY, your ZX, and your YZ if you wanted to. You could also turn off the origin, turn off the X, turn off the Y, and these are just our origin bars, okay, or our axes. Now, so I'll close that. In model, you can work under different scenarios. We're going to be basically working in the model space. If we're creating surfaces, we might work in the patch, we might work in the render to create realistic 3D dimensional objects. The animation allows us to use, like when we do this pulley, we may be able to do some type of animation of a pulley system being turned, simulations, CAM, computer-aided modeling, and then we'd have different drawings. But we're just going to start with the basics today. Now, with that being said, let's get started drawing. The first thing that we're going to do, you have to understand, is you have to create sketches. Your sketches are basically being developed by lines, rectangles, circles, arcs, all of these. And we can, so we have basically a drawing set of in the sketching, and we have a modify in the sketch. The next thing we have to do is we have to create a solid object by extrude, revolve, sweep, loft, web. We can do holes, we can do threads, and these are our primaries. So we'll be using the basics over here. Basically, extrude is what we'll be using a lot, and revolve. Now, the next thing is you can actually modify this. You can fillet it, you can press pull. So a lot of these commands look familiar to the regular AutoCAD 3D modeling. And then we can assemble them into an assembly type drawing. Okay, now, so let's get started.